Hey garden friends, my name is Alexa. Welcome to my channel. Today we're doing some spring cleaning and getting my chickens out of my greenhouse and back into their main season chicken yard. I keep my chickens in my greenhouse over the winter. Now they do have free reign in my garden here. It's completely fenced in. And they sleep in the greenhouse over winter because the coops that we have out back really aren't winterized. They're very drafty. So this turned out to be kind of the best solution to keep them fully enclosed during the cold winter months. I live in Northeast Ohio, Zone 6A, and we get a good amount of snow here. I experienced the lake effect snow from Lake Erie, and we had a lot of big snowfalls this year. We got 3 feet of snow overnight in November. It was like really random. But yeah, so I need a good solid structure to keep my chickens in during those really snowy periods. And today, me and the family, we are going to be working on getting them and all their supplies moved out back to the chicken yard. And I'm actually we're going to be transferring my baby chicks that are about 5 weeks old now into this coop where they're going to stay for a couple weeks, probably 1 or 2 weeks, while they just get a little bit more feathers and before we integrate them with the whole flock. I also am very excited to get the chickens out of there in this area because this is my garden. So I do all of my growing in this space, and with the chickens walking around in my garden, I am limited to growing anything. And I like to plant a lot of stuff in the early spring, so it's early April still, and I'm a big fan of planting kale and Swiss chard and spinach and peas and starting to sow carrots and like do a lot of things. There's a lot of things that we can grow in Northeast Ohio, even in April. And I do have some of those greens that I've already started in a raised bed that is closer to my house. But I want to start getting stuff out in the garden here, and I can't do anything until I get my chickens out. And I have a lot of work to do just on like landscaping and rebuilding my beds and bringing in compost. So there's a lot to be done, and frankly, I can't do it until my chickens are out of my gardening space because they just love to come in behind me and scratch and kick, and everything that I do, all the work that I do will just be messed up. So today's a good day. So I'm gonna have my husband Carmen out helping me first this morning, and we are gonna be clipping the wings of these chickens. That's why I haven't let them out yet, because I don't want them hopping the fence. And I have a couple offenders that have been hopping the fence pretty regularly, especially my bantams. I have 2 bantams and they fly really well, so we gotta cut their wings. I don't want them in here. So that'll be the first job, is to go in the greenhouse while everyone's catching them. We're gonna be cutting their wings and then taking them out to the back chicken yard and keeping them isolated and contained back there. And then it's gonna be the dirty job of cleaning this coop out. And when I say coop, I mean greenhouse. So over winter, I just do kind of a deep bedding method. In here, I do a really thick layer of leaves in the fall. So when all of these maple trees around my property drop their leaves, we have so many leaves, we take a lot of leaves and go ahead and make a nice thick layer of bedding in there for the chickens. And then every couple weeks we're adding more hay on top of that bedding. So when things start to kind of look soiled, we add about half a bale of hay at a time and spread that out really well. So I have a nice thick deep bedding, and it needs cleaned at this point, especially in the area in there where they sleep. It's getting kind of gross. And with this being a greenhouse, it does get very warm in the daytime. So not so great. So we're kind of baking the contents of their manure and bedding, and it's time to get that cleaned out. All the chickens are very eager to get on out and start their day outside. So once Carmen comes out with the scissors, we're gonna get started. So we'll kind of take you through the day, probably have a lot of time lapse and things as we're working and just trying to get stuff done. So I hope you'll join us as we get some much needed chicken chores done this morning.
think we did right one last time.
I don't know. I mean, they all grew back, I think. It's been a while. Alright, your pretty wings. Alright, I'm done. Look at this baby chicken. Look at this beauty mama chicken. You're so pretty. Pretty mama chicken.
Shh. Isaac, where you at?
Nope. Ah! Okay. I'm gonna cut because it's hard for me to. All done. Blanche. Oh, you're cutting my fingers. Can you take her? Oh. I've never done hers. She looks nasty anyways. Yeah, I'll take her. What do you think of her little cape?
They're cool.
Got a chicken cape. You there, girl?
Big.
He is big. Here. He's heavy.
No, just spread the wing. Watch your fingers.
Whew. Yeah, he's a offender. He hops over my fence all the time.
Not anymore.
Not anymore. Well, look, we got two. We're getting good at this.
Let me shut the door.
Oh! Wow, good job, man. Grab his neck. Grab his neck.
That feels weird. Like he's wrapping it on my fingers.
Oh, really?
Like it's claws?
Oh, no. Is this a smaller one?
No, that one's already done.
Oh, so this is Raven then.
I don't know. We have two of them that look the same. I can't quite tell.
Yeah, Raven's the bigger one. And it's the smaller one that we got.
You want to do it?
I can't tell that. Oh.
Okay.
You want to take them? You want me to cut hers or you got it?
I'll do it. I have to
got
cut one
this.
side.
You know what? What if I did both on this one? Because they fly really good.
Yeah, they're really good flowers.
And I don't want this little poopy to find its way in my garden.
They're not the best. Shut up.
No more flying for you. Don't get eaten.
It's just how we lose all of our little chickens. They all get eaten after they can't
Wow.
fly. Well, they're small, so they can still run.
Yeah. Oh, guinea.
No, you're great. I don't even need to worry about her.
Yeah, ready?
All right, take them out. Okay. Here, I'm gonna follow you.
These are smaller, right? I have fencing here.
You have what?
I have fencing.
Yeah, there's fencing back here, so they can't walk through the fence back here. But they can in the front. I never covered the front.
That is Raven. Raven's over there. That's the smaller one.
Huh?
We already did Raven.
Well, we cut both of them.
Yeah, but still.
See this ugly bird? It's an ugly bird. It's like a dinosaur. This thing is hard. Ugly bird. Ugly cock.
Wait.
That's like right.
You can't see it. Here, see, look. The Debo. Alright.
I'm over.
Go ahead and, over. Up.
Fly. No, not. What?
Oh, look, they found their house.
Okay.
I hope that they start laying their eggs in the nesting box because I've been tired of trying to.
There's like 4 in there.
I know. They keep laying in their poop and. You guys ready to clean the greenhouse?
Oh.
About you, husband?
Huh?
Can you help with getting the water thing out? Is it too full or can we get it out?
What do you get? I remember I could get Monty to dig anything if I just told him to. Get him! Oh my god. There she goes.
I see. Leave the chickens alone.
Oh, please, Mom. Help! I can't move. I can't. Mama. Help. Help!
What do you think of the shitty greenhouse?
Shitty.
It smells so bad.
So like the boys.
The boys' room.
Why are you here? Why are you behind the camera?
Well, you told me to wait by the wheelbarrow. This has been quite the chore. I don't know. Last year it seemed a lot easier to clean out the greenhouse at the end of the season. This time it's like there's areas where it's very compacted. I mean, the deep mulch bedding is good. Like when nothing is disturbed, it smells fine and everything's good. But now that we're like working to try and get the top layer of bedding and manure out, it's stirring up some smells, and it's a lot. But I think we are in a good place now where most of the worst of it, the top layer, is out, and now we're getting to that rich black soil, which I'm very excited about because that is going to make my tomatoes and peppers that I grow in here grow beautiful. But getting that top layer out is very important The plants will die if the manure is too hot and that top like probably 3 inches too hot. So that is going into a compost pile. I'll be able to use that later on in the season. Let me show you what the soil is looking like. I'm gonna keep trying to scrape out the rest of the straw that's on top, and then I'm gonna be digging the soil and kind of aerating it, loosen it up, and then I gotta level it all out because the chickens in their dust bath, they have holes everywhere. So that's next. I will say, that is an exciting pile of compost to have. Once that breaks down, it'll be really good. There's a lot there. I got the shoveling done. I hit my step goal for today between walking and shoveling. So that's good. I have an 8,000 step goal a day. And like 10,000 is recommended. I'm lucky to hit 8,000. I'm lucky to probably hit 3,000 on a good day. There are days when I do like 1,500 steps. Because with my job, I sit all day. And I do have like a stand-up desk, but I don't know. I don't use it as much as I should. So, okay, I'm a little winded. That's okay. I'm gonna show you what I did. So, you can see I had turned over all the soil in here, and this is why I do this. Black gold, man. Look at that. Super rich. Gonna be excellent planting medium in here. Good things in the garden don't come easy. If you want good things in your garden, you're gonna have to work for it. I don't want to ever dissuade someone from gardening or raising chickens or anything like that, but if you don't do it and you want to do it, just know that there is hard work involved. And cleaning out chicken manure, what are we at, like 5-6 months of deep bedding all by hand. Luckily I had my husband to help with some of the hard stuff earlier, but turning all of this soil over, it's been mama, and it's worth it because I'm gonna have really excellent crops in here this year. But it doesn't come easy. So, good gardens take work. Although you can make it easier for yourself by not doing something so extensive. Raised beds and containers are probably much easier. Requires a lot of less effort. But if you're trying to do a lot of in-ground gardening and any kind of like using your own livestock for manure and like all of that stuff, then yeah, there is an effort involved to do all that. So I've got everything kind of fluffed up, and I'm gonna take my rake and level this out and kind of make it look like a plantable greenhouse again, and then figure out what I'm gonna do for my baby chickens. Because once I get this all figured out, we're bringing them out here, and they're gonna spend probably a week or two, depending on the weather, locked in this greenhouse. I will keep a door open during the day and just kind of barricade the doorway so they can't get out, because it will get too hot for them in here all day long with no airflow. So we'll do that. But the reason I'm it's just a smidge still too cold for me, my comfort level, to have my baby chickens out in the main chicken yard and the main coop with the others. So you can see them back there, those purple ones. They're drafty. They're not sealed, so I mean there's fencing, you know, they're safe, but it's not completely sealed up. So I think it's just at night especially it's gonna get too cold for the babies, but I gotta get them in my basement. They are grown. They are needing to get out of the brooder. They're trying to fly out of the brooder every time I go down there and, you know, take care of them. So they need to come out. I'm ready to have them out. I'm ready to plant in my greenhouse. This is the one thing with these chickens, is that I have this wonderful in-ground greenhouse here, and I should be planting in it now in April. I could get a lot of things started right now. I think maybe even tomatoes I might be able to even get them, but like cabbages and broccoli and like all that stuff, early season stuff, I should be growing that in my greenhouse right now. But I'm raising chickens in my greenhouse and keeping them safe. We're actually thinking about getting a old shed or something to keep the chickens in. Just kind of get a new coop situation that is completely sealed for the winter. So that's kind of our goal this summer, is to keep an eye out for used sheds that we could transport to our property and then turn it into a chicken coop. Instead of buying a new one, we're not looking to buy a brand new one. That's really expensive, and I don't think we're really looking to build anything this year either. Carmen spent the last 2 summers with building related projects, this greenhouse, that greenhouse, and his outdoor office shed, man cave. So I think this year we're not going to do any big building projects, but if we can find a used shed that we can move here and, you know, button it up and make that the new chicken coop, I think that's ideal. And then I'll be able to actually use this greenhouse in the off season for more in-ground planting and have some more like actual food going year round. Collards have impressed me on how well they do over winter. I kept one collard plant in my other greenhouse through the winter, and it did great. Like, it didn't die, it didn't grow a lot, it just kind of went dormant for a while, and then it started to grow again on warm days. All right, break's over. I need to finish my task because it's been like 3 hours we've been out here working on this, and I got other stuff to do. I got other stuff I want to do, and I don't know that I'll be able to do it. Tomorrow's Easter, so Sunday is filled with Easter activities. Church in the morning, and we got Easter dinner with family, and there will not be any gardening happening tomorrow. I doubt it. So all my stuff I have to do today, and I'm like, goes by so fast. Okay, so about another hour has passed, and I would like to share with you my, once again, greenhouse. Woohoo! I mean, it's ready for planting in right now. I'm a little disappointed that I have to put baby chickens in here, because like, this is ready to go. I could plant today. I could plant stuff in here right now and get a really good head start on some things, but that's okay. I did just want to get the beds all kind of put together so that way in like 2 weeks from now when I kick the chickens out, everything's pretty much ready to go. I might have to like rake things up again. I'm sure they're going to kick things around, but at least the soil is contained in the cinder block. So this is a nice thick bed here of soil. I'm really happy with it. And I think I'm gonna get some mulch to lay down the middle. And then I filled up these as well a little bit, about halfway full, and I'm gonna plant stuff in each of the holes there too to kind of maximize all the space. But it looks good. So all the hard work out here now is done. So that took like 4.5 hours today to transform this greenhouse from a chicken coop back to a greenhouse, back to a chicken coop here in probably an hour once everyone gets back home. I am gonna hose the walls down. It is pretty dusty. I'm gonna hose the walls down and lay some pine shavings on top of the soil to help collect the manure from the baby chicks that we're gonna put out here. It's been a long day. I'm getting hungry.
Oh, sorry. That'll be cute, little patio.
Look, it's a chicken coop again.
Yeah. Literally took us, look, 5 minutes to turn back into one.
Back into a chicken coop.
Maybe we should just let them rot. Let them rot in all the other coop. That's just what we
No, we clean it out so nice for them. They're gonna be happy. I'm so happy. Here, yeah, put some more on this side, I think.
I'll make a little patio for them. Alright.
All good?
That's it.
Thanks, son.
Ready?
Yeah. Hey,
Quick
before
what's frosted tips? What?
Quick Woods Frosted Tips promo. Before we bring them out, because I'm a little nervous about it getting too hot in there with the door shut, do we have a piece of plywood or something that we can put in front of the door to keep it open?
What you got?
Or like inside, so we can keep the door open and to keep it.
Run! Let us run!
Sure.
Inside.
Okay.
Should
Yeah.
we look before?
Yeah. That's why I'm thinking maybe we should see what we can prop in front of the door first before we bring them out. Look at the babies! We brought them out in a tote.
Come on, come on.
Waters. So Carmen stapled some black landscape fabric here in the doorway so we can leave this door open during the day and get some airflow. And this is thin, so it can breathe and it won't get so hot in here.
That one right there. That's one Centauri.
Centauri.
That was a Centauri. The greatest black thing. I feel like,
No, the
this is
thing I
whiskey.
used to pound
Whiskey!
those in.
Yeah.
Grab it.
Ah!
It's not.
Oh, look at Icy wants some chickens. Here, take
What
that.
is he doing?
Here, go ahead and take that out of here.
Look at the dog.
Yeah, Isis is excited about it. Pretty chickens.
Chickies. 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 Mom, this one has blue eyes.
Does it?
Yeah. Chickie, come. No, or does it have green eyes? It's quite not my fan.
Cute name.
They're all eating my hand. Oh, gonna get some more. Oh, so cute. Hey, chickies, come here. Come here. Come here. Come here. Oh.
Oh, they're hungry.
Chickies, come here. Chickies! Come here.
Wow.
Come here. You going down one? Look at that.
Well, it has been a very long day. I set my expectations that this would only take a couple hours, and it took most of the day. So I'm gonna go wash up, have dinner now, and the family, we are gonna go see a movie tonight. And then tomorrow is Easter. So you may see this tomorrow. We'll see if I got it up on time. So happy Easter to everyone who celebrates Easter, and thank you so much for hanging out with me today. Please like this video, subscribe to my channel, follow along for more chicken content, gardening content, and thanks for watching. Bye everyone.